A ransomware group called The Gentleman has attacked over 90 organizations across 6 regions in less than a year. And we know exactly how they do it because one of their own members told us. Here's how it happened. The group is run by a threat actor called Hasta Leorte. Before launching The Gentleman, he was an affiliate of Killin, one of the most active ransomware operations in the world. In July 2025, he filed a public complaint in a criminal forum accusing Killin of stealing a cut of his ransom payment, $48,000. He claimed that it simply disappeared. What he didn't mention at the time was that he'd already been building his own ransomware while still working for Killin. We know this because he admitted it in the same forum thread. Quote, "I was busy writing my own locker." The ransomware sample had already been uploaded to VirusTotal 5 days before he filed that complaint. The dispute wasn't the reason he left, it was the cover story. So how did the gentleman actually get in? Their primary method is exploiting a critical vulnerability in Forigate VPN devices. This is an authentication bypass that allows an attacker to connect to the firewall management interface and take complete control of the device. No password required. The group has built and shared with affiliates a database of approximately 15,000 already compromised Forigate devices globally. Affiliates pick a target from the list with guidance to prioritize companies that have Active Directory integrations, high revenue, and significant legal exposure if their data is leaked. Where the Forigate exploit isn't viable, they fall back to brute forcing, running known default credentials against VPN login pages. They maintain a separate list of around 1,000 validated sets of stolen Forigate credentials ready to use. Once inside, the attack follows a structured playbook. They harvest credentials from memory and from backup software like Veeam. They move laterally across the network using tools like NetExec. They establish persistence through remote access tools, including AnyDesk and Mesh Central, and they use encrypted tunnels to keep their C2 traffic hidden. To avoid being caught, they use a technique called Bring Your Own Vulnerable Driver. By loading a valid but exploitable Windows driver, they can kill endpoint protection and antivirus software at the kernel level, the layer most security tools can't protect themselves from. Before deploying their ransomware, they exfiltrate data using rclone, often renaming the executable to look like a legitimate application. Then they wipe logs, delete shadow copies, stop backup services, and push the ransomware out across the domain simultaneously. The result is a double extortion. Your files are encrypted, and your data is sitting on the leak site ready to be published if you don't pay. Now, the broader point that Group IB's researchers want you to take from this is as follows. The Gentleman is not unique. These TTPs, the Forigate exploitation, the credential dumping, the bring your own vulnerable driver evasion, the backup destruction, appear across dozens of ransomware groups. Affiliates move between operations, constantly carrying their TTPs with them. The group name changes, the methods don't. Patch your internet-facing devices, enforce multi-factor authentication, monitor for vulnerable driver loads, and keep your backups offline, because if they're on the same network, they're part of the target. The full technical breakdown, including IOCs, tool hashes, and the complete MITRE attack mapping, is in the Group IB blog linked below.